So first off, a lot has changed since that last video. The process of a real estate transaction, 2 years. And I'll insert a clip here for you guys. But a lot has changed. I decided to keep the lights green just because of that. Also to point out this, the woman who bought me this is not my wife and not my girlfriend anymore, but a lot has changed. In this video, I'm actually going to simplify what I said in that previous video, but I also want you guys to continue watching that video because I go into more details and actually bring up some specific stories. But in today's video, we are going to be going over the real estate transaction for both the buying side and the selling side for all of you new real estate agents. So let's get it. What's good, family? I'm Martez Kelly, the part-time entrepreneur. And my goal now with this channel is actually to help young black men develop new ways to build a better future using only part-time hours. And what I do is actually real estate. So most of those conversations are going to revolve around real estate. But you guys are here now and watching that video because you want to know what that process looks like. What is the buying process for real estate agents? Like, you are going to take people through that process. So you actually need to know the process. What is that like for the seller side as well? Now, if you've watched that video before, then this is just going to serve as a refresher. But if you haven't, this is actually just top level view. I'm going to link that video. I think it's top left. Link that video in the card up above so you guys can actually watch it right after this one. But let me get my book so we can go through that process for you guys. All right, so keeping everything super duper simple. On the buyer side, there's actually 4 steps to the process. Yeah, we're going to call it 4 steps to the process. So the first thing is actually the pre-approval or getting approved process. That's the first step of the process. The second part is actually shopping. We'll go into more details on that. The third thing is the offer. And the last thing is post offer accepted, or once the offer is accepted, what are the things that you guys actually have to do? Like I said in a previous video, we're actually going to start on the buyer side of things because that's where you actually have the most to do as a real estate agent. Let me answer a question that actually I get a lot as a real estate agent. And this is something that maybe new people don't know, especially some buyers, new buyers don't know. When you're representing someone on the buyer side of things, the buyer does not pay you. You are paid upon the deal being closed, in a sense, by the seller. So just to go ahead and make sure that's clear, I had to tell a lot of my buyers from the beginning that, hey, you don't pay me. But let's go ahead. So part number 1 is actually that pre-approval process. So let's say a buyer actually reaches out to you. I get buyers reaching out to me a lot via YouTube. One of the first things you actually want to know is, hey, are you pre-approved already? Do you plan on being pre-approved, or are you planning on purchasing the property with cash? So you want to go through that pre-approval process. I'm going to keep this top level. So you guys, like I said, go check out that previous video where I actually go more into details. That second part is actually shopping. You want to get a good understanding of the person that you're speaking to. I'm pretty sure as a new agent, you'll be super excited once you get that first person who's actually ready to buy with you. But you don't want to be running around showing 15 homes to one person when you can start with asking 15 questions and find one home for that person. So after that, the next thing is after you're finished with the shopping, you find the home that your buyer actually wants. The next thing is actually the offer process where, and like I said in the previous video, an offer is nothing more than a contract. You want to write up a contract. And in Florida, there's a certain contract that you actually have to use. I'm pretty sure it's the same in other states, but I don't know for sure. But you want to write that offer, submit the offer. It has to be something that the buyer agrees to because that's who you're working for. And on the real estate side, you actually want to make sure that you, or for the real estate agent yourself, you want to make sure that you're including your expert opinion, because even if it's the first person you're working with, you have been doing things before. You are the real estate expert. So wear that on your sleeve. Once you get that offer sent, the seller accepts, and I'm gonna keep saying this, go watch the previous video because I watched it before making this video and realized that I really went deep into details explaining different scenarios and different outcomes. Go check it out. But let's say everything goes smooth, your offer is accepted. The next thing is actually taking everything to a title office or a closing agent, whatever your state calls it. Some people use lawyers to close their real estate deals, but I've always used title offices. You take it there, there's certain things that actually has to be done. Scheduling the appraisal, purchasing a survey, a WDO inspection, which is a termite inspection. And then you also have things that, like your actual inspection throughout your inspection period, those certain things as well. So once you get all of these things scheduled, only thing you have to do on the buyer side of things is just stay in contact with your buyer, making sure that throughout their process, while you guys are actually waiting for the deal to close, that your buyer is not out applying for new credit cards or purchasing a car or looking at different, there's a lot of different things. You just want to make sure you're staying in contact with your buyer and making sure that everything goes smooth. And the only thing you're waiting for is a clear to close from the closing agent. Now, when it comes to the seller side of things, a lot of this is pretty much done beforehand. And this is actually you getting the listing appointment, the listing agreement. These are a lot of different forms that I'm pretty sure your broker can provide. The state probably provides them for you as well. But let's say you get the listing. You have to go on a listing appointment. You do your listing presentation. I have not had to do a listing presentation still to this point where I was actually being or competing with other agents. Hopefully I can run into that situation so I can actually explain how that actually goes. But on the listing side of things, everything is pretty much very smooth because everything is going according to you and the seller's timing. So you have to get things done like pictures, professional photos, getting the house clean, just making sure the house is actually ready to be marketed and put out for the world to see. Like I said, most of that work is on marketing the property from the beginning just to get a buyer in there. After that, there's really not much work for you when it comes to being this listing agent, because at that point, all you're doing is just communicating offers back, staying in contact with your seller saying, hey, we actually had 6 people view the house today and 3 of them absolutely loved it and we're expecting some offers to come soon. Or, hey, today actually wasn't a good day, or hosting an open house. Like, these are the certain things that you have to do. But once you actually get an offer in, it's smooth selling for there, sending the file to a closing agent or a title office, sending the file over. Everything from there on is pretty smooth. You're just waiting for the clear to close as well. And once everything happens, you're good. But yeah, that's really everything when it comes to the real estate transactions from left and right. And for those of you guys who know, the reason why I created this video is because when I got my license, or before I even had my license, I wanted to see what that process was like. And I didn't find anyone who was actually doing it, who actually had a video. And it seems like it's actually caught on. You guys are actually watching this video now. Hopefully you were able to pull a lot from it. If there's anything else that I need to address or that you wish I would make a video on regards to processes in the real estate business, let me know in the comment section down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and really got something from it, taking notes. I have a I have a Facebook group for people who have a real estate license, and I would love for you guys who are watching now to actually go join that, where we can actually interact face to face, whether that's me talking to you directly or me going live in the group answering questions for you guys. But yeah, that was it. Well, much love. I really do appreciate you guys for watching this video. YouTube suggests you watching this video. I really think this playlist would be better for you, and we're on our way to 5,000 subscribers. So click right here to subscribe. Peace.